Yo, I'm coming from you live in a cold house for no reason at all. But hey, man, inflation's up. Ain't no sense in turning the heat. It ain't that cold. If you haven't heard, it's going crazy in Mexico. It's been going down today. Hope everybody who's out there visiting, who lives there, is safe. But it is going nuts in Mexico. All right, I'm gonna review these videos and then we'll talk about it. For the last few years, I have tons of people who I know who go to Mexico and visit. They go out kicking and all that. My sister almost moved to Mexico. I tried to tell her, I said, Mexico is not safe. Every one of these countries don't have the same get down. Mexico is cartel country. I used to manage, and I still do manage, quite a few guys from Mexico. And when they would tell me that they didn't want to go to Mexico, I used to ask them, why wouldn't they go home all the time? And oftentimes they would say, hey, man, it is too dangerous, right? Sorry. That's why some of these videos, we're going to watch a couple videos on what's going down in Mexico right now. And while I believe I was right in my assessment, playing a dangerous game out here, man. Dangerous game out here, man. What people look, a lot of people I would tell girls, I was like, it's not safe, man. Who you think own the car? Who you think own these resorts in Mexico? The cartel, black people, the cartel, they own the resorts in Mexico. So when you going down there, you rolling the dice, right? You rolling the dice that these situations happen. When they start beefing, look, even when they beef with different cartels, they'll run up on the other cartels' resort to disrupt business, right? It's a dangerous game out here, man. This Mexico thing is not to be played with. I go out the country, but I do not go to Mexico, right? But I know some people who love it, and I understand why. Just like anywhere, you can fly under the radar, but because it's cartel country, it could go off anytime, and that is exactly what has happened. So, man, let's look at what's going on in Mexico. If you haven't seen it already, this is wild.
As a cartel takes over large parts of Jalisco, including a potential of American hostages, as tourists first reported fires all across the city.
But this one just started here. There's some fires over there on the 200, apparently. Not sure what's going on.
Seen from popular hotels in Puerto Vallarta.
I can see the flames underneath that black smoke. Huge plume.
I'm laughing, but that's not funny, right? They don't even know. I think it may be clicking in his mind the extreme danger he is in. These people are on a beach.
Everywhere. Another big one over there. Another one directly behind this resort we're staying at.
As Canadian tourists are stranded on the top of their hotel.
I would be going nuts, man. I would be like, hey, I got to get up out of here, because really they don't know what can happen. Anything can happen at this point.
Where even their Costco was under attack.
Costco,
as the
man.
cartels are setting vehicles on fire. And
man, Costco, y'all.
Setting vehicles on fire.
Imagine pulling up to your neighborhood Costco and it's going down like this. This is why they be coming to America, right? This is why they want to come to America, right? Because they don't have the same level of opportunity there, and some things just don't generally happen in our country because of the level of law enforcement. In Mexico, the issue is the cartel has so much money that they're on par with the government, right? They have, the government ain't out there messing with them. They like, man, it's too dangerous. It's crazy. Mexico, a wild place. I know quite a few Mexicans from Mexico, and they would tell me, they would like, it's too much cartel. They don't want to go home. It's too dangerous.
And claims on
So stay your black ass out of Mexico too. If it's too dangerous for them, why are we going?
social media say a prison was set ablaze as inmates have escaped, with the cartels carjacking random travelers to set their vehicles on fire, even attacking gas stations to do the same.
It's wild. There's some wild boys out here, man. Wow.
Shutting down roads by leaving buses ablaze.
I used to say, if I hear AI one more time, I'm going to lose it. But Monday.com is super.
Even stopping semis to also set them on fire. And even scooters still inside stores are getting torched as well. Now, the local police have responded, but sadly, several of them are already deceased. Now, their National Guard has arrived.
So you heard that, right? The local police have responded. Some, and they got unalived on the spot. They don't have the resources the cartel has, right? The police probably don't, they probably stand in the house. They don't want to get involved in this. They hoping that at some point it just calms down, a new leader comes in place, and everything goes back to normal. But since Mencho got unalived, they're telling everybody that's on these resorts, and this is like some of these towns, resort towns, they're telling them to stay in place. I saw a white guy talking about he had a flight to leave. He had a flight to take this morning. The flights have been canceled. There's nothing going out. So you got to stay in place and lay low. Like, can you talk about stress? You're in a foreign country, man.
Arrived. And are actually going to war with the cartels right in the streets, as it really looks like there's a civil war going on in Mexico, and sadly, civilians are getting caught in the middle, where even hospitals don't know whether to evacuate or to shelter in place. But as some people attempt to escape, the airports are getting shut down as well, as some scramble to get inside.
It's going down everywhere.
Everywhere looks like pure chaos. Where some travelers are sheltering in place.
Algo está pasando. Todo el mundo está corriendo.
It appears employees were trying to escape.
Esto es lo que estamos viviendo. Es horrible.
And you can't blame anyone for not knowing where to go when the carnage is part of the cartel's plan, and it's absolutely working. Where some hotel guests describe the confusion.
Here on the beach, the tiki bar is being cleared out. All of these things are being cleared out.
Man, these people here don't like they taking it serious. This is called privilege. This is privilege. These people who live there, they panic because they know what can happen. They there all the time. These people out here on this beach, are in La La Land, not understanding the severity of what they really going through. It's probably because they never probably been exposed to any real violence in life. They, they on the beach resort.
It's being roped off right now. They're asking that everybody vacate the area and leave immediately. You can see the smoke. I don't know if you can, the smoke in the sky. We were just walking on the beach and we saw smoke everywhere. And we're being informed that there's major cartel violence happening. A top-ranking cartel member, and when that happens, all-out war happens. A number of cars have been set on fire, motorcycles set on fire. In fact, there were some attendees of Anarchapulco who were in a taxi cab. They had their car shot at. The taxi driver was murdered, and the car was set on fire. All of their luggage has been burnt, including their clothes and passports, in fact. So it's a pretty scary, dire situation right now. We're being told do not go out at all. In fact, the entire airport may be shut down right now because of this cartel violence. I mean, we heard Trump mentioning a while back that he's going to go after the cartel in Mexico. Is this the beginning of that? Are we witnessing it live? I don't know, but
I mean, that's a good question. There are reports that the U.S. assisted, but Mexico is really taking the lead and saying it was them. But dangerous time to be a tourist in Mexico.
While others seem very casual about the events.
Oh, geez. Let's go. Follow me. Just follow me. It can't explode anymore. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Oh, well.
I just walked past her a few minutes ago.
I don't like any of this. This isn't nice.
That's the sound of privilege. They don't think anything can happen to them. When their car is burnt up, that could be you out in them streets.
Run for the hills. But listen, they've already hit this street.
Yeah.
So I think we're okay. I wish I can get a cup of coffee.
I need a drink.
I don't even drink that much. I need a cup of coffee. You need a drink. Oh my God, self-centered to the extreme. The world, everything's exploding. Oh, and there's a little lady sweeping up the leaves. Nothing ever changes.
And I don't know if that's smart, or it's the shock, or if you're seeing the locals casually standing.
Maybe it's just a shock. They've only seen this type of stuff on TV. They don't realize that they are in physical danger out here walking around trying to get some coffee. You better go in the house. Sit down somewhere. Man, crazy. It's wild they're so like, maybe they just in shock. I don't know, or unaware.
Around, you should feel somewhat safe to go grab a coffee, because at this point, basically everything reported is a rumor. As some say the cartels are about to enter homes and hotels if their demands are not met, with the U.S. Embassy also addressing the situation, stating due to ongoing security operations, related roadblocks, and criminal activity, U.S. citizens should shelter in place. But the situation appears to be getting minimal news coverage, with the local outlets reporting only massive attacks, stating the cartel's leader, who had a bounty of $10 million US, has been taken out by their local federal forces, with 6 others being detained as counterattacks occur statewide, where Puerto Vallarta authorities are urging everybody to stay indoors. Public transit is suspended and businesses are asked to close, with all flights in
Puerto Vallarta, that's a resort area. That's a resort city. People go out there to kick it all the time.
to Puerto Vallarta and Guadalajara are being diverted. Scary to think U.S. citizens could be captured in this, but sadly that's a known risk when traveling to a country that's largely controlled by the cartels, with rumors of these resorts or two owned by those same gangs, and even residents.
The cartels own the resorts, just like I said, facts.
Speculating their president is as well, but hopefully this all gets resolved in the near future. I just wonder what the American implications might be, as our borders have been.
All right. Then I saw this Mexican guy in Mexico, and he kind of gives a breakdown of what he believes is happening. I think this is a pretty good breakdown of what's going on based on his channel. He sounds like he's in the know. He gives an explanation of like what happened to him. Slugs Town.
Again, before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. For those who've been showing love and support, I do highly appreciate every single one of you guys. Now, with the news of what happened to Mencho, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are wondering or are asking themselves, what happened? How did he become unalive, right? So just right now, it was released what actually happened, how this individual actually passed away. Now, one thing I would like to point out is that I believe like 3 weeks ago, there was a picture going around on social media. And it was basically Navy SEALs with the whole gear, with the whole rifles, coming out of the ocean. It seemed like they dropped from a helicopter, went through the ocean, and they're walking on the beach. And basically with that picture, people were wondering, hold on, is Mexico being invaded right now? And for me, it was kind of suspect. Like, why would they at least...
How can I publish my book? At Dorrance Publishing, we've been answering that question for over 100 years.
Make their presence known like that, you know? They could have, if they were going to do something, they could have done it behind closed doors, right? But for some reason, they decided to make it public. And basically what Mexico was saying is that the Navy SEAL came to train with the elite team, the military team from Mexico, right? In where they get to exchange tactical, moves or the way they operate, so they can learn from one another, right? It is known that different countries do this type of training, and apparently it just happened in Mexico. Now, it's not confirmed or it's denied that SEAL team was involved in this operation.
All right, you hear what he said? He said there was previously some reports they were out there training, right? So if they was out there training, were they getting prepared for this mission, or is that just a coincidence? They were just out there in the general sense, and then a couple weeks later it go down. I don't know.
Who knows, right? Who knows? But what I can tell you is that they were here in Mexico, and there's a picture that was going on around. What it is confirmed, though, is that the U.S. had something to do with this. They helped them with the location of El Mencho, and now if they were involved as in U.S. soldiers, this operation, we don't know. They're not saying nothing, but if I had to guess, yes. I have to guess yes, right? Now, this happened in Tapala, Jalisco, right? Tapala, Jalisco, and where the Special Forces from Mexico, the National Guard from Mexico, and the Air Force from Mexico were involved in this operation, right? Which it was to capture El Mencho. Now, when they locate where he was staying at, the bodyguards start shooting at the military, right? From the helicopters. And what they did, they just responded with the same aggression. Because of this, 4 bodyguards got unalive on the spot, 2 captured, and 3 got injured, right? 3 got injured. They were in critical condition, according to the information that they put out there. Now, within these three people was El Mencho. So El Mencho was not unalive right there on the spot. He was alive and he was injured. When they got to this house, they got all kinds of different weapons, different vehicles. And what they decided to do is from Tapala, Jalisco, to transport these 3 people who were in critical condition to Ciudad de Mexico. I don't know how long, how far it is, like when it comes to the helicopter, if it's like an hour, 2 hours away, but they decided to do that, right? So at this point, El Mencho is alive. It is alive, right? So I don't know when he made it to the aircraft, to the helicopter, if he talked to somebody, because they're not saying none of that stuff. But what they're saying is that as he was being transported under custody, he lost his life. Like everybody who was in critical condition, those 3 individuals, they were still alive, but in critical condition, lost their life. The 3 of them, right? Out of those, what was it, like 7, 8, 9? Out of those 9 people that were in that house, only 2 got captured. It does not take a rocket scientist, man, that a person like this, man, has a lot of people under their payroll. I mean, it could be the president, it could be the governor of Jalisco, it could be a lot of people, man. Simple as that. So, do you really think that the Mexican government wanted this individual alive? I don't think so.
That's the point. He's trying to say they intended for El Mencho not to actually be captured, right? Because oftentimes the cartel, since they have so much money, of course, they work with the government hand in hand. You know, a lot of people, palms getting greased, and it's just a dirty game.
I believe whoever got paid, they got the money, but by having El Mencho unalive, they feel like they're good now. like they just came up, right? But don't forget that there's people behind them. There's people behind them who I'm pretty sure they got the same information that El Mencho had. No, though it is confirmed that he was actually captured before losing his battle, right? On it. They could have saved him. It's gonna happen, but it is crazy times right now. Different states are all bad. Like right now in TJ and Tecate, they start burning automobiles.
Yeah, Tijuana, another place that we love to go to hang out, man. More of the story. Stay your black ass out of Mexico. Go to the Caribbean. Go to these countries where, I mean, it's good and bad parts everywhere, right? But the cartel isn't heavy everywhere. Mexico's is very particular because it's a corridor into the U.S. So that's why this drug war goes so heavy there, right? Go to these Caribbean countries. Go see your ancestors' cousins from they were in the slave trade too, right? Go see your Caribbean people. Go hang out with some black people in the Caribbean, man. Stop going to Mexico. It is too dangerous for us. For real.
They start throwing ponchallantas. So there's no traffic going on. Yes, of course, authorities are over there making sure that everything's safe. But right now, who knows, man? Everything's on the air. And hopefully, man, we'll see if this thing actually comes down or it gets more crazy. But what I am telling you, man, this is history. I don't know with you guys, but I can say that maybe we can compare El Mencho with Pablo Escobar. And to a point, I can say that Mencho had more money than that guy. I'm sure that Mencho had more people than Pablo Escobar. So I feel like even Mencho was more powerful than Pablo Escobar, more powerful than El Mayo, El Chapo, and for sure, it was way more dangerous than everybody, because we cannot forget, if you disrespect this person in front of the camera, he'll have you picked up, and of course, you will not make it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Doing his reign on top, it was like YouTubers and TikTokers and people who say things about him, and they got picked up and disappeared too, right? Dangerous place, man.
We have seen this with influencers who disrespect them on the camera, Who can forget about the influencer called El Pirata? Got drunk, said something dumb.
Yeah,
Disrespecting the man.
Young guy.
And then after that was it. Also, we can know how powerful he was. There's recordings in where El Mencho, you can hear El Mencho talking to a cop or somebody. It was somebody with authority, right? It has to do with
that's wild. That's why. Yeah, El Mencho was had the police in his pocket. I heard a recording of that today. Let me see if I can find it. That was crazy too. El Mencho was a powerful person in this country. Yeah, he's talking to the police. Let me see if I can get it. It's just crazy.
In 2016, El Mencho, the notoriously violent leader of Jalisco's new generation cartel, was furious after law enforcement began arresting his men and shutting down several of his drug operations. In response, El Mencho called his local police chief's phone and gave him a scary wake-up call.
Delta 1. Hey, ¿quién habla? Mira bien, hijo de tu madre. Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tu gente a la... Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tus partidas, si no te voy a partir tu madre, tienes toda tu bola de perros. Te tengo identificado 30 güeyes. Hasta tus perros te voy a matar si no te relajas, güey. ¿Cómo ves? Ya está, señor, ahorita los vamos. ¿Se me ponen a tiro o tú eres el primero que vas a matar por ellos, León? Señor, usted me conoce, usted sabe que yo soy capitán. Uno no se mete con ustedes para que se pasen de... No, señor, ahorita yo se las doy. Mire, revíremeles.
Man, he's talking to the cops. Cops is like, hey man, I'm sorry. I'm on your side. I respect you. Woo.
Todos hijos de su... Porque todos agarran dinero y son buenos de puercos. No quiero que me apagues este teléfono. Después te voy a marcar, güey. A ver si no...
Yeah, but you see what he said? He said, you all take my money too.
Se relajaron a la... Sí, señor. Usted me conoce. Usted sabe que hay respeto.
In 2016...
Man, it's a gangster state, man. It's a gangster state. I'm about to get up off of here, man. Go to the Caribbean. Go to the diaspora. Go to Africa. Stay your ass up out of Mexico, black people. All right, man. We finna start going live maybe like once a week. Talk about trending topic, what's important, how to survive in these trying times. All right, Noel and Roy, we out.